is me, Donovan Sadiq. I am the Inland Empire Informer. I got some breaking news in regards to the Moreno Valley City Council election for District 1. Seems like it is official. Elana Baca Santa Cruz has filed her paperwork and she is an official candidate for the seat in District 1. So we've got one in there for sure. This is what we know. If you guys saw my video from last night, I said that just because they pulled papers doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to run. She has filed now, and she is on her way. She is going into the political realm. Now, here's where it's going to get dicey. This is the opportunity for you, the voter, to go in and vet these candidates. In her statement, and I'll put it up later, I'll read it to you guys later. I'll put the link down. She basically says that, for years she's been watching the corruption and the ineptitude going on in city council for years, and it's going to tarnish her mother's legacy. Okay. Great statement. It's kind of, how can I say this and try to be nice about it? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's kind of an oxymoron type statement, because you're saying that there was corruption and all this stuff was going on, but your mother was on the council. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to do different, because you got to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. She is not her mother. She is her mother's daughter, but she is not her mother. So now is the opportunity for you guys to go and vet these candidates, go look at their backgrounds, go look at their Facebook, Twitters, whatever, their past, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, we keep bringing up LaDonna Jimson and her past and what she's done versus other candidates. The problem with what LaDonna Jimson did was, when LaDonna Jimson ran, she ran on transparency. It wasn't the fact that she was a bank robber 30 years ago. That wasn't the point. It was the fact that when she ran on transparency and didn't disclose she was a bank robber. But again, in politics, that's not her job to disclose that. That is us as the voters. We have to vet these candidates. We just can't go on assumptions and what Donovan Sadiq says and what so-and-so says and what so-and-so says, okay? You vet these candidates, you find out why this was this or that was that, and you ask them those questions and they give you the answer. And if that answer is acceptable to you, you move on and you move forward, okay? So that's what makes that different in regards. And like I tell candidates all the time, if you guys know me and my partner, Demetra Kay, we politically advocate. We say that the first thing you're ever going to ask somebody is there anything I need to know, before it gets out there? That's the first thing. It's almost like a lawyer-client type of situation. When you're running for political office, you got a campaign manager, a PR manager, especially a PR manager. They need to know everything so that they can get ahead of it. And if you do have something in your past, whatever, the best thing to do is to get ahead of it, address it so you don't have to address it anymore. Because if you guys remember, there was a guy that ran on city council a few years ago, and he was endorsed by Victoria Baca and all these other people. And I called him Al Bundy because his claim to fame was, I played USC football. And what I did before anybody could do it, I labeled him before he could label himself. Leroy Holt was his name. He was the candidate. The guy never lived here. He lived here, but he didn't live here. He lived in LA. He went to all his USC boosters and was getting money. And, he was backed by a certain group of people. And I labeled him Mr. Football Bundy because that's all he could talk about. He knew nothing of what was going on in Moreno Valley, didn't have a clue. And I labeled him before he even got out the box, okay? So for all of you new people here who've come here from Orange County, Los Angeles, you've been gentrified out of the area, you've come out to the Inland Empire, and you're living in the city of Moreno Valley, do your homework on these candidates. Please do your homework. I want to wish Elana good luck, but remember, she is the only one that I'm aware of that has filed. That has filed. So that means she's got the signatures and everything. She is a candidate. Please do not let any candidate run unopposed. And here's why you should not let a candidate run unopposed. That sends the message right now as constituents and voters, we're not paying attention, so that they can rob us deaf, dumb, and blind. But when you have them run against a candidate or candidates, they have to put out their platform of what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and be held accountable if they get elected to what they've promised to do. Rather than, hey, I'm, good example, I'm Victoria Baca's son. That's all I need. I'm running on pretty. And that's what a lot of politicians do. I'm not for family dynasties in politics. I'm totally against that. But again, she has every right to run. She seems to know how to gather people in politics. And, she followed in her mom's footsteps in regards to, I'm very sure her and her mom had a close relationship. So when I say that, what I'm saying is, I'm very sure she understands how politics works. She understands the levers of how government works. And I've seen her at city council with the way she talks and her knowledge base. So she knows politics. There's no doubt about that in my mind. My thing is, I think we need a strong challenger to push her in a certain direction, to do certain things, and to put her on the record so that she can get those certain things done, if you're going to vote for her. So that's the latest right there. I told you guys I will stay on top of this as much as I can. I'm trying to clean my house right now, so it's kind of that winter storm. I'm in the backyard, leaves everywhere. You guys know the routine here in Moreno Valley. But it's very important for the people who have moved out here within the last 6 years. If you do not understand what has transpired in this city and its logistics, just because a person has, let's say, a Hispanic name, an Asian name, a common name like Washington or Smith or something like that, does not mean they're good candidates. So please, I'm begging you, vet these candidates and vet them good. And I just want to tell Elana, good luck. You're going to need it because people are going to come at you, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Just get ahead of it and you should be fine. I'm Donovan Sadiq. I'm the Inland Empire Informer, also a recovering Democrat. You've just been informed.